Hello there, my name is Riley, or known as Riley the Rat on my channel, and this is some really bad makeup that I tried to do and be cool at, but I'm not, so I failed. But this is pretty creepy, so maybe I am winning in a way, I don't know, but the theme is Halloween, so I'll be reading some spooky scaries and maybe some theories about Halloween and that kind of thing. So keep watching.
So let's find some stories, shall we? Let me just adjust this a tiny bit. Sorry for this disgusting background. But I've got my computer right here, and we're going to search for some creepy stories, I think. So, search engine is spook.com. That's not a real thing. But don't, yeah. Spooky, if I could type, stories. 2 S's, just so you know, because there aren't, but, you know, why not? Well, I'm sorry for this lighting. It's my computer. Let me turn this down a tiny bit. Where's brightness? There we go, that's better. We're spooky. Alright. Let's see what we have here. I don't like this. I'm gonna find a different one. This is sad. This is very sad. I'm just gonna take my hat off because I don't need a hat if I'm inside, even though I'm cold. Alright. Scary Halloween, ghost stories. And now we wait, because it's not loading. No, we do not want how to tell ghost stories. Excuse me, computer. No. This is not what I want. But, you know, what I want is to suck your blood, so... Sorry, I'm kind of having a cold. I have like a cold, so my voice might sound a bit weird. And I probably will be coughing a lot in this video, so sorry about that.
I found some. Okay, so, let's see here. That's interesting. Alright. This one's called The Little Girl Who Wasn't From Lady Sparrow. I lived in a house from hell for 4 years, from age 11 to almost 16. There was constantly something happening. Doors flying open and shut, voices, footsteps. Nothing ever stayed where you put it. I was alone there a lot because both my parents worked and I was constantly terrified. One of my most gut-level disturbing things, though, was the little girl in my bathroom. Every time I walked past my bathroom door, which was constantly since it was right outside my bedroom, I saw a little girl with blonde curled hair since it was I saw a girl with blonde curled hair in a rose-colored dress. She stood there, staring, looking like a photograph from 1905. I started keeping the door closed so I could walk by without seeing her, but she was always there when I opened it. Once I stepped in past her, I couldn't see her anymore, but I could feel her there. She scared me, but I felt really sorry for her because she was trapped there. Just like me, probably forever. As the years went by and things in the house continued to get worse, she started seeming darker. I started feeling like she wasn't really a little girl. I knew there was something ugly in the house, and I felt like it was presenting this sympathetic image to me. Then I started thinking I was completely losing my mind. One day, when I was 14, I had a friend from out of town come stay with me for a week. I hadn't told her anything whatsoever about the house, because I didn't think she would come if I did. Right after she got there, we were sitting in my room and she left to go to the bathroom. About a minute later, she walked back in with a puzzled look on her face and said, "So there's this little girl in your bathroom." Yeah, she hangs out in there. Blonde hair? Curls? Pink dress? Yeah. You know, that's not really a little girl, don't you? I almost threw up. I was so relieved and terrified and excited and ready to run out of the house screaming. She wouldn't use my bathroom the rest of the week, and I started using it as little as possible without pissing off my parents, who did not want to believe. Eventually, we moved out, and I could not have been happier. I didn't I distanced myself from it mentally as much as I could. Then, when I was 18, I took another friend on a road trip to pack up a few things I'd left in the house. My parents hadn't managed to sell it, and I wouldn't for 5 more years. The minute we got on the property, my friend seemed uncomfortable. When we came around the bend in the long, steep driveway, he went completely white. I could tell something was wrong, but he insisted that he was okay. So we got to work. After a while, he asked to use the bathroom, and I directed him to mine. Not 20 seconds after he left, he came running back in, gasping for breath, and slammed the bedroom door behind him. He started babbling about a little blonde girl who isn't really a little girl. All of a sudden, he went dead still, looked me in the eye, and very solemnly said, "She's not happy with you. You left. You left and you weren't supposed to." We threw whatever we could grab into two trips in my car, after I walked him in another bathroom and waited outside the door, and got the fuck out of that at top speed. So that's that story. I have, delicious. So let's find another one. I grew up in New Mexico and was always very into the outdoors, hiking, camping, rock climbing, etc. One summer, when I was 19, I went on a 4-day to 3-night camping trip near my parents' house on my own. Might sound weird, but I had been to this area many times and it was quite safe. Anyway, I brought my camera and took lots of pictures. When I came back and developed my film, there were 3 extra pictures that I didn't take of me sleeping. I'm gonna have to stop here. Doesn't it sound like one of those like Instagram stories that you'd see on like one of those spooky, scary skeletons or those spooky like scary story Instagram videos? I don't know. It just kind of sounds like it. But anyway, back to the story. When I came back and developed my film, there were 3 extra pictures that I didn't take of me sleeping. 1 each night. None of my stuff was missing or stolen, and nothing happened, but it freaked the hell out of me. So this last story, let me just fix this, is called From the Mouths of Babes. So here goes. When my older sister was born, my parents moved into a small house, and in that house, the laundry room was right across the kitchen table. So my sister would often be waving and staring and giggling while looking into the laundry room. This behavior continued for a long time, and when she could finally talk, they asked her who she was talking to. To this, she looked at them and said, "The little boy." To this, my parents asked if he was nice, and to this, she waited a moment and then replied, "Yes." After this, she seemed to grow out of it and forgot all about it, and to my parents' relief, dismissed it as an imaginary friend. They never mentioned it after that. When I was born, I exhibited the same behavior, and when I could talk, they asked me who I was talking to. To this, I replied, "The little boy." They once asked me if he was nice, and I did the same thing as my sister, although a little different. "Yes," I replied, "although I think he's lying." That was a really short story. So because of that being short, I think this one's kind of cool. It's called The Wrong Parents. So yeah. I'm just gonna read this and that'll be the last one. I swear. When I was little, I used to wake up in the middle of the night and go into my parents' room and sleep next to my mom. One night, when I was about 5 or 6, I had this really, really vivid dream where I woke up scared and went into my mom's room to sleep with her. When I went in, however, there were a set of parents on the bed and a set of identical parents on the floor. I instinctively knew in my dream that I had to that I had to wake the right parents, because the wrong parents were evil. So I chose the parents on the floor. I distinctively remember thinking that the evil imposter parents would trick me. So I chose the parents on the floor. When I went over to the parents on the floor, they both opened their eyes. And their eyeballs They both opened their eyes. And where their eyeballs should have been, it was just bright glowing red. So, red light. So I read that wrong. My bad. That was when I actually woke up. Being a scared little kid, I of course went right into my parents' room to sleep next to my mom. There was a set of parents on the bed and a set of parents on the floor. I literally pissed myself. The second set of parents was actually a pile of unfolded laundry. But I will never forget the fear that struck my little 6-year-old heart at that very minute. Alright, so that's this video. So that's all for this video. I hope you liked it, and if it scared you, that's cool. If it didn't, that's great, because none of these are actually that creepy. So yeah, have an awesome, happy Halloween, stay safe, and rock on, stay strong. I love you, and make sure to subscribe, like, and do all that fun stuff. Bye!